Feels like the end of the road. You just took both your hands off the wheel. You act like there's nothing wrong. How many tears will I cry till you know? It feels like you don't even try. Is this everything you had fantasized? We were in love, just like fire, but you watched it die, go out like candlelight. And you told me I love you, and you know that I want you, and I wish I could believe you, but it's too late to call me, because your words just feel so empty now.
You thought that moving to LA would solve the fears you never faced, but I knew you keep running away. For the 6 years that I stayed, wanted to believe that you could change, but I never thought it could end this way.
It feels like you don't even try. Is this everything you had fantasized? We were in love, just like fire, but you watched it die, go out like candlelight. And you told me I love you, and you know that I want you, and I wish I could believe you, but it's too late to call me, because your words just feel so empty now. 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 Used to ride my bike just like the movies, flying through the leaves, falling past me, and I could forget about the bad days. It was the only time that I was free. Never thought LA could feel this lonely on my own. Someone pull me out because I'm drowning all alone. And I'm so tired of crying, crying, crying. Don't wanna keep pretending that I'm alright. These days I feel so empty when I'm trying. And I'm so tired of crying, crying, crying. 17, I moved away. I tried to escape, new chance to start again. I had my first drink, and I made lots of friends. So while I don't, I feel the same. Never thought LA could feel this lonely on my own.
my god, do you remember that time we were watching a movie and then you put your arm around me and I was like, what are you doing? That was pretty funny.
So tired of crying, crying, crying.
I kind of miss it.
Waited on my birthday, but you never called me. Guess I just let myself down. Deleted every photo, but when I'm feeling lonely, honestly I still think about that warm summer night at the London Eye. Saw you in the crowd and then you smiled. I miss you and I can't stop writing about you.
And you said the weather's beautiful, and you know I'm just a flight away. Oh, you told me that you loved me first, so why did you get so cold?
That warm summer night at the London Eye. Saw you in the crowd and then you smiled. I miss you and I can't stop writing about you. Miss you and I can't stop writing about you. Feels like the end of the road. You just took both your hands off the wheel. You act like there's nothing wrong. How many tears will I cry till you know? It feels like you don't even try. Is this everything you had fantasized?